This is a short video about myofascial release with a tennis ball and rolling for the lower body and for the pelvis and hips region. So with your tennis ball, you can find a spot that feels like it needs a little bit of work. What do I mean by that? You can sit on the tennis ball, for example, to start with your glutes, and just move around until you find a spot that feels a little bit tender, might be a bit sore. And try, once you've found that place, you're going to sit into it for a moment. See if you can allow your weight to come into it, and you'll probably need to breathe deeply here. It might be a bit sore. Hopefully after about 10 breaths it should release a little bit, and then you can move the tennis ball to a new spot. I find that the side of the hips can be really tender for me, so that's a good place to hang out. And this is also really good to come onto your front and get into your hip flexors, so sticking it underneath your leg, and same thing, just finding a spot that feels tender and allowing your weight to sink into it, breathing for about 10 seconds, and hopefully the tenderness can release a little bit. So you can do this working all the way around your pelvis and also into your legs a little bit to release some of the adhesions there. If you have a foam roller, this can be fantastic now for releasing the muscles. For myself particularly, I find if my knees are ever feeling really sore, if I just roll my thigh muscles out, my quadriceps, it can often help to release them, because if the muscles are tight here, they can be pulling on the knees and creating a little bit of imbalance. So by rolling out, it really helps me to release. Sometimes you'll feel you'll get more range of motion after you've rolled as well. It takes a bit of effort, and sometimes it's almost like you're in a plank position and moving yourself around about on this thing, which can be a bit challenging if you're not feeling very strong. The thing to know is that start just a little bit at a time, and gradually you will be able to build up to do longer. The added benefit is that you're actually really getting a core workout a little bit at the same time as doing the rolling. So for your thigh muscles, literally you're going to place the roller underneath your thigh and just gently roll yourself backwards and forwards on the roller. If you want to come down onto your elbows, you can do. And same as with the tennis ball, if you find a spot that is a little bit tender, you can hold there for a moment and breathe into it while it releases. Careful not to go right onto the joint, so stop just before you get to the joint. We can then switch onto our sides. So there's a little bit of controversy, should you roll the side of your leg or not. Reason being is that you have a long tendon here, which actually can't be, it's not a muscle as such, because it's a tendon, it can't be released itself, but obviously there is going to be a lot of fascia on top of that, which you can help to release. Right up the top here you have a really small muscle, TFL, which often for belly dancers feels really good. They feel a little uncomfortable to release here. So I'm going to come onto my side and bring the side of the leg onto the roller, and this can again feel a little bit awkward if you're not used to doing this, but as I said, it can be also a little bit of a core strength workout at the same time. And I'm just doing the same thing, just moving myself along the roller. You also have your hamstrings and calves, which are quite challenging to get into again because you need to put your weight on top of them. You can start off by just one leg at a time, rolling on the roller as you would do with any of the other muscles. If you're feeling strong and you'd like a little bit of extra challenge, you can bring the other leg on top just to add a little bit more weight to really get deeply into those muscles. Same goes for the calf. you can start off here, rolling yourself along. Lift your bum up off the floor. Try and put a little bit more weight into it. Try and put a little bit of pressure with your leg down into the roller. And then if you like, you can always take the other leg on top. And get a little bit of strength in the arms and core at the same time.